chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile. Come relax and chat with Glendora for a while.
Loving others. This is God. And there is none. And there is none else before this. Loving others, this is God. And there is none else before this. And folks, we have to love God all of the time, and not just some of the time. It's got to be a 100% occupation. The calm of loving others, folks. The peace, the quiet. Waste no time on the other. That really has no existence. That is just a scam. Would you like to overcome evil with good? My goodness. The switch on camcorder 3 wants to rest. It is barely working. The on and off switch to record. That was an enormous peal of thunder. Woo! That was a big one. But we're inside the happy house and all the lights are off. And this is cold electricity on the charger going into the camcorder 3. And there was 20 minutes that I should have made a video for you of Suzanne talking about the money that has been stolen from her, from the estate that her husband left her. I kept pressing her, how much money are you going to ask for? If they ask you to settle, I think the first thing they're going to ask you to do is to stop the television. Just as 20 years ago when they picketed on the sidewalk in front of Deutsche Bank, the Kinko lawyer asked them what they wanted, and one of the things that the banks and the lawyers and the courts wanted was to stop the picketing. So I think now they would ask for stop the TV, particularly as the TV grows, and this month is starting up on 75 TV stations from Boston to San Diego. How much would you want in money? 25 million. Then they began to think of what the estate was worth, and they came up with 250 million. And I said, well, you're not going to get 250 million. They don't have it. They spent it all. I should have videoed the whole thing for you. What else would you settle for? 30 years of my life that they have taken away from me, she said. I said, well, mixing that with the money just doesn't fit. 30 years of my life that they have taken away from me. They've taken her piano, her grand piano, $12,000. They've taken the beautiful furnishings of her house. They took her house, which is worth what? 1 million or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. She wanted to know if I'd heard from Thomas. Yes, I have. She wanted to know what was said. And I said, I just can't tell you. I can't tell you what he says to me any more than I can tell him what you say to me. But Thomas did call me. And Thomas wasn't in a good mood, but you want to know why? Because he met somebody who said that he had a place for him to put all of his things and all of Suzanne's place, and apparently at a price he could afford, and apparently with another month of time to get it done. But I can't tell her those things. Well, then why are you telling all the TV audience? I don't know. They'll miss it. They'll miss it. Yes, it's very, very interesting to us that one of the things that they wanted negotiated first, 20 or 30 years ago when they were picketing, was stop the picketing. Right down there on the street of New York City. Deutsche Bank, Bankers Trust, which was a convicted felon, and Deutsche Bank, White and Case lawsuit, lawyers, then another law firm in the courts. Emanuele, Scarpino, and the pattern is always the same. They try to get the inheritor into the hands of a guardian who will pay a psychiatrist to say that they're crazy and who will get them in a nursing home when they're perfectly healthy. Yep, that's the crooked game they play. Aren't you supposed to be doing Christian Science? Aren't you supposed to be saying that these things don't happen in God's world? Yeah. Not a chiropractor, but a physical therapist was here today. Little Martha. And she made me do exercises, and my leg does feel a whole lot better. And she gave me some other pointers about don't pivot. And I said, what do you want to do about changing the wheels? No, I decided not to because you don't take the walker into the bathroom with you. That's right, I don't. I put the walker up against the door frame and make sure that those two are contiguous so that I have something to lean on and not lose my balance. And then I back into the bathroom and leave the walker outside. Almost. And put the hand on the doorknob and the other hand on the walker arm. No, on the toilet arm. So Gina didn't come in. That is so bad. And of course, Cindy copped out, said she was up in Albany, stuck in traffic. You can't expect her to. That would be the 10th day of work that she's missed in a month. Yeah, 1 month she's been working here and she's missed 10 days already. What did you want her to do? Number 1, soak the feet. Number 2, clean up the gritty floor at the window desk. Number 3, take care of everything in its place. And a place for everything, the electronics bench. 4, the tablecloth on the bed table. 5, make the bed, get the wrinkles out of it. 6, clean up the food in the refrigerator. 7, make sure the floor is clean, although people today said the floor at the house looked very nice. A star today would be Brenda. She and I very smoothly did the contacts, 10 of them. How many telephone calls? 360 plus 65,000. Minus the Holy Agenda entirely. We did not get the advertiser done. We did not get the U.S. mail done. We did not do God, universe, education. We did not do the trust, although Madeline and I did a very good job on the trust, talking to Frank. I still don't know what to do. I want to buy a blanket. Let's say I want to buy an electric blanket. And I want to have somebody go to Walmart and buy it. Somebody goes to Walmart and pays with it with a credit card. Then what do? I have the receipt from Walmart and I come home with the receipt from Walmart and I have the reimbursement and I just send it in. That's all. I just send it in. And then what happened? And then my money pays my credit card, whatever is going on with that credit card. The credit card paid for it, and now the trust pays the credit card. Whatever is going on. We did not get the jokes to win. We did not record Bible through jokes. We are up to page 60, 65 or so in the Peels biography, and we found out what happened to her dear brother Albert. She loved him so much, and he loved her so much, and they meant so much to each other. And Albert died. He died of working hard as a lawyer in Boston. he died. He actually ended his life by working so hard. 2 hours sleep in 2 days. Boy, she had a hard life. She had such a hard life. That is terrible. He was so much support to her. And she needed him at such a vital time in her life. When her husband died of yellow fever. Whose husband? Mary Baker Eddy's. Colonel Glover. He died. He was an entrepreneur in South Carolina. And they got married and she went there to live. And he died of yellow fever. And she had to come back alone. And all the family took all of her money from her. Because women didn't have any right to money. And then they made her give up her son. Her son was born. Was his name George Washington Glover? He was born and they made her give him up to the family nurse because they thought she wasn't able to take care of him. How could they do that to her? And this was all at the time that her brother died. She had several suitors. Apparently she was very attractive with curly hair and very pretty blue eyes and a very nice complexion. Oh, I was so sorry to read about her brother's dying. His name was Albert. And he was training to be a lawyer with Franklin Pierce's office. And then he began to move ahead in the Democratic Party for New Hampshire, and he was in Boston proselytizing for somebody, for something, the farmers. And he worked so hard he died. Yep, that's the way it sounds. So you did all your work, Glendora. Grady Hearn, Victoria, Madeline Chapin, Gary Black, Robert Jackson, Gloria, Petras, Renewal in Norwalk, is gone in. Riney Horst isn't done yet. DCTV isn't done yet. This is Bastille Day. Time is about 6:30, 6:45. It's Wednesday. Sandy came, took the credit card, bought things at Walmart. No, bought things at $14 at Honest Weight. Everything from Honest Weight was inedible. So-called bacon and lettuce tomato sandwich. A macaroni salad instead of potato salad. A muffin. I do not care for muffins. You can't make a muffin that I could eat and enjoy. I just don't care for muffins. part of an apple, throw out the tater tots, I hope. Nobody cleaned up the kitchen. Blender, again, did a marvelous job. And tomorrow we're going to try to expand that by doing the new people and also doing the U.S. mail, the advertiser, the God, universe, education. We did the to-do list and the errands list. We did not hear from Gloria. We called Barbara Mooney. We called Jim Talbot. We called Susan McCormick. I think Gloria said everything was done, including DCTV. I've got to call every one of Gary Black's clients. I have to call every one of Grady Hearn's clients. We did not call John E.K. Are you recording, baby? I think you were. What's your footage? How many minutes? I have to forget about the minutes, stop worrying about this. All of these events are very interesting. They have to be recorded. A record has to be made of them. I didn't really mind being alone today. I like it. But what didn't get done? Okay. The 6 or 7 details we already listed. The joke onto the answering machine, the app, we did get done the voicemail, the contacts. Where are you now? Up into the M's. You really messed up that call from Albany Channel. We did take care of Kinderhook. Got them wrapped and got them delivered. Brenda did a superb job. 2 hours on Think Folder 1, 2, and 3. Make sure she takes home the World Book Encyclopedia and the New People and the Dropbox, Gary Black, and the Dropbox, Grady Hearn, and the Dropbox, Robert Jackson. What is the count? 360 telephone calls. Plus 67,000. You have to keep saying things over and over again because you can't write them down. And you have to make sure you're not forgetting them. The advertiser did not get done. Soul to Soul is getting done right now. The advertiser, Glendora Vegetarian Club.